What's up, Dobsters? Here to, go over week 4 predictions, week 5 predictions. Dang, season's going so quick. I hate that. Anyway, last week, week 4, I was 27.55, getting closer to that 50%. That's pretty good. My top 5 was 2 of 5. Terrible. Damn you, Ladrick. My spider was 6 of 8. Getting close. And then my crazy was 1 of 7. That's not surprising. I'm surprised I even did well the first 4 weeks with the crazy picks. DraftKings, as always, I usually at least win 1 out of the 3 that I put in. My winning one was Patrick Mahomes, Ashton Ginty, Omarion Hampton, Xavier Worthy, Nico Collins, Ladrick McConkey, Travis Kelce, Stephon Diggs, and Rams D, and I had a total of 164.30 points. And then the winner had Patrick Mahomes, Ashton Ginty, Woody Marks, Rome Odunze, Puka Nacua, Drake London, Jake Tungs, Bucky Irving, and Lions D, and he had a total of 239.90, which is a little bit higher above normal for the winner. Usually the normal is like 225 or so. So this week, Houston and Baltimore. For Houston side, I got Woody Marks going over 16 plus receiving yards. For Baltimore side, I actually have a lot. So I think not necessarily that Cooper Rush is going to, jumpstart the offense, but I just feel like the over-unders were a little bit too much taken into account of because Cooper Rush is starting. I have Derrick Henry going for 81 plus rushing yards, Zay Flowers going for 49 plus receiving yards, Isaiah Likely going for 17 plus receiving yards, DeAndre Hopkins going for 9 plus receiving yards, and Derrick Henry going for 5 plus receiving yards. The Vegas and Indianapolis game, on the Vegas side, I got Jacoby Myers going for 58 receiving yards, Brock Bowers going for 49 receiving yards, Ashton Ginty going for 16 plus receiving yards, and 69 plus rushing yards. On the Colts side, I got Tyler Warren going for 59 plus receiving yards, Michael Pittman going for 52 plus receiving yards, and Adonai Mitchell going for 23 plus receiving yards to make up for that mistake touchdown that he unfortunately messed up. Denver, Philadelphia, I got Bo Nix going for 20 plus rush, and RJ Harvey going for 16 plus receiving yards. On the other side, I have Devontae Smith going for 47 plus receiving yards, Saquon Barkley going for 81 plus rushing yards, and 14 plus receiving yards. I did hear reports that A.J. Brown, obviously, he's been frustrated and talking to the media more and more, but Devontae Smith actually got into it. He's very quiet. He's, a team player, but they're both very frustrated and not getting the ball. I mean, Jalen Hurts had 130 passing yards last week. Like, it's very low for the amount of talent that they have on that offense. The Dallas and New York Jets side, Dallas, I got George Pickens going for 69 less receiving yards, so less than 69 receiving yards. Jake Ferguson, I got going for 49 plus receiving yards. Breece Hall, on the Jet side, I got Breece Hall going for 69 plus rushing yards, and Garrett Wilson going for 64 plus receiving yards. This Miami-Carolina game, I feel like this is going to be more of a shootout. I just had that feeling that even though Tyreek Hill is hurt, I feel like everybody else is going to step up for Miami. I'm not saying Tyreek Hill is a problem, but you never know. Carolina and Miami both have not so good defenses anyway. Jalen Waddle I got for going for 61 plus receiving yards. Nick Westbrook-Akine going for 21 plus receiving yards. Darren Waller going for 30 plus receiving yards. Ollie Gordon going for 21 plus rushing yards. And Devon Achane going for 66 plus rushing yards. On the other side of Carolina, I got Ted McMillan going for 56 plus receiving yards. Xavier Legette going for 28 plus receiving yards if he plays. Bryson Tremaine going for 12 plus receiving yards, and Rico Dowdy going for 62 plus rushing yards. The Giants in New Orleans game, I got Cam Skattebo on the Giants side going for 18 plus receiving yards. Wan'Dale Robinson going for 49 plus receiving yards. And then on the New Orleans side, I got Alvin Kamara going for 57 plus rushing yards, and Chris Olave going for 58 plus receiving yards. On the Tampa Bay and Seattle game, Tampa Bay side, I got Chris Godwin going for 51 plus receiving yards, Rashad White going for 52 plus rushing yards, and Baker Mayfield going for 18 plus rushing yards. Seattle, I only got Torrey Horton going for 20 plus receiving yards. This game might be a little bit more of a defensive battle than what's expected, at least in my view, but we shall see. JSN still might get his 100 yards receiving, as is standard for him, but we'll see. Tennessee and Arizona. On the Tennessee side, I got Tony Pollard going for 61 rushing yards, Calvin Ridley going for 38 plus receiving yards. And on the Arizona side, I got Michael Carter going for 48 plus rushing yards, Trey McBride going for 61 plus receiving yards, and Marvin Harrison Jr. going for 52 plus receiving yards. I feel like Marvin Harrison is going to have a big game, or be consistent from now until the end of the season. He had a rough beginning of the season, dropping a lot of passes and whatnot, and I think that the touchdown and the a couple of receptions that he had in a previous game, that he'll get it together this season. Once again, we'll see. Doing our best. Name of the podcast, DOB Dynasty. Washington and the Chargers. Almost said the Clippers. That's basketball. Anyway, Chris Rodriguez going for 24 plus rushing yards, and then on the other side, Ladrick McConkey going for 59 plus receiving yards. Don't let me down again, man. Come on. Marion Hampton going for 68 plus rushing yards. And then finally the Detroit and Cincinnati game. On the Detroit side, I got Jahmyr Gibbs going for 79 plus rushing yards. Amon Ra going for 78 plus receiving yards. Jamison Williams going for 49 plus receiving yards, and David Montgomery going for 6 plus receiving yards. On the Cincinnati side, I got Jamar Chase going for 67 plus receiving yards, and Chase Brown going for 18 plus receiving yards. My top 5 this week is Zay Flowers going for 49 plus receiving yards, Derrick Henry going for 5 plus receiving yards, Nick Westbrook-Ikhine going for 21 plus receiving yards, Michael Carter going for 50 plus rushing yards, and David Montgomery going for 6 plus receiving yards for total points of 2,409. My spider consists of Zay Flowers going for 49 plus receiving yards, George Pickens less than 71 plus receiving yards. The reason why it's different is because of one day I wrote down all this stuff, and then the next day the over-unders changed, as they always do. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine going for 21 plus receiving yards, Michael Pittman going for 57 plus receiving yards, Chris Olave going for 58 plus receiving yards, Marvin Harrison Jr. going for 52 plus receiving yards, Chris Rodriguez going for 26 plus rushing yards, and Jamison Williams going for 49 plus receiving yards with total points of 14,024. And then my crazy one this week, I got Zay Flowers going for 65 plus receiving yards, Nick Westbrook-Ikhine going for 25 plus receiving yards, Chris Olave going for 65 plus receiving yards, Michael Pittman going for 65 plus receiving yards, Saquon Barkley going for 25 plus receiving yards, Marvin Harrison Jr. going for 65 plus receiving yards, and Jamison Williams going for 65 plus receiving yards, with a total points of 50,276. Looking at that list, you got Chris Olave, who gets injured a lot, and then, or concussions, poor guy, and then Jamison Williams, who sometimes shows up and sometimes doesn't. So that one's a little bit iffy. But that's what I put my my eggs in my basket for. All right, for DraftKings, I'm going to give you 3 this week. I always tinker these things, in case you were wondering. I spend pretty much all day Sunday morning tinkering with my DraftKings, trying to come up with the best lineup. It's worked. Obviously, I usually win at least one with one of my lineups. So my DraftKings, one of them is Kyler Murray, Devon Achane, Breece Hall, Ladrick McConkey, Marvin Harrison Jr., Jamison Williams, Trey McBride, Zay Flowers, and Colt Stephens. Another one I have Tua, Derrick Henry, Breece Hall, Zay Flowers, Ted McMillan, Jalen Waddle, Darren Waller, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Eagles defense. And then my last one, I have Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, David Montgomery, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Michael Pittman Jr., Tyler Warren, Jamar Chase, and Panthers D. Like I said, let us know if you guys want us to talk about anything specific or anything. We'll see you all on Tuesday. And just let us know if you have anything that you want to talk about or anything. We'll hit it on the podcast. We love talking about football. We usually try to bring new things to the table. So just let us know. Bear down. Peace out.